Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother in the struggle coming right back at you again with the whole purpose of making you understand the strange things that's happening in these last days of human existence upon this planet as we know it. Believe it or not, okay? So, or are you just going to go along with the rest, thinking that human existence is just based upon, well, being lucky to be born, that we were not aborted. We were not some kind of sacrificial lamb to this satanic forces upon this planet, just like it used to happen in the Babylon Empire, when people used to pass their kids through the fire and offer their kids to the Baals, to the demons. So, do you think that your life is based upon the fact that you just born, you grow up, and you have kids, you grow old, and then you die? Are you freaking kidding me? See, this is the reality, the false reality that the devil wants you to believe, even though he confused you by lying to the human race since the beginning. When he said to our first mother that thou shalt not surely die. So you see, we were lied. So we've been living under a lie since we disobey our Creator. That is a fact, Jack. Okay? So if you think our existence is just based upon that, then I feel sorry for you. Or do you think that we just evolved upon this planet through some Big Bang explosion theory? And then we just came out of molecules that were developed billions of years that composed and formed our body, which is composed of billions upon billions of cells in our body? Is that what you think it is? No, ladies and gentlemen, the reality is this. Life is a journey. Life is a gift. Life is a school. And our Creator is coming soon. He's going to send His Son. And then He's going to come, and we all going to have to go in front of God Almighty and practically tell Him how we did and the things that we did in this life, to earn the right to live our life for what we were created for in the first place, which is to live for eternity without. That's why He created us in His image. But anyway, let's keep going, because believe it or not, I want to try to make this video as quickly as I can. By the way, do not forget the links that I will send you. All right. So, and that's why I'm going to hit these books right now really fast. See, because I want the purpose of this video is to make you a critical thinker. So that you're not actually easily swayed by the crazy things going on around you in these last days, which were, by the way, prophesied. And by the way, I may title this. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if I come to you, if I seems to you as a weird looking man talking about things that you may not understand, well, that is because you've been exposed, and I don't blame you. And that is a compliment coming from the people on this planet, okay, from humanity. I mean, look what our Savior went through and all of the prophets in the past. Okay, they were ridiculed. A lot of them were killed. So you understand. So I understand that you see me as a weird man that is always talking about this. But please, if you think that what I talk about don't make no logical sense, please correct me. Because believe it or not, whether you want to accept it, whether you understand it or not, I do this out of love for my human brethren. I mean, I love people. We are brothers and sisters on this planet. All right? Thou shalt love your brother as thyself. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, each passing day, more demons are being released upon the human family on this flat earth of ours. And the reality being that humanity is undoubtedly possessed by these spiritual entities. Not because we are sinners, for this is a given. Since we disobey our Creator, we all became sinners. You see, the secret is just realizing every day when you wake up that you are one, and that you ask your Creator for forgiveness every day. I mean, so you don't sin on purpose and then ask your Creator for forgiveness. No, we will sleep. We will slip every now and then. We will make mistake because we are sinners. So here we go. So it's being in a state of consciousness. You hear? So not because we're sinners, for this is a given. And instead of looking for our Creator, well, the great I am. His name is I am that I am. Okay? Instead, we keep giving in and opening doors to these demons through so many things. Let me give you some of them. Through our religious beliefs. See, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that you need to understand, the religious concept has been the most powerful psychological game ever played on the human mind. Okay? And I have explained that to you in the past as to why that is. And so if you've been paying attention to my past videos. So, because it's obvious, when we disobey our Creator, nothing can fill us. You could be a trillionaire upon this earth. You can have all the money in the world, all the power in the world. You still be an empty shell. Because you are not connected with your Creator. You don't have a relationship with your Creator. So remember that old saying? It is easier for a camel to go through the needle of through the eye of a needle than a rich man going into heaven. Well, there it is. That's right. Here we go. So through our religious beliefs, which is a lie, the way we talk. Have you seen people talk, even in songs? F this, F that. You understand? Okay. The way we dress, the way we even look at other people, especially women, by desiring other ladies. The things we eat, the people we surround ourselves with, the things we bring into our homes, the things we do and think, etc., etc. Men's jobs, that is the powerful men upon this planet, the power that be, their job is to condition the masses through fear, intimidation, confusions, psychological operations to create social unrest. Kind of like the drug trafficking business in Latin America. So that when the demons materialize themselves before the human creation, and it will happen, okay? We will see them as our Savior. We will see them as our saviors, ladies and gentlemen, when in reality, their job is to kill the third part of men upon this earth. And ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you this. We have lost the right to even exist upon this planet. We have disrespected life. Everything that we have done is upside down. Upside down. Down is up is down. Ignorance is bliss. Knowledge is ignorance. You understand? We all messed up, okay? So here we go. So people in this last human generations are programmed. Listen to what I'm saying here, because you may be one of them. Maybe that's the reason you see me as some kind of a weird man that don't know what the heck he's talking about. Some what they call it, a tinfoil conspiracy theory, a nut job, you name it. That's the process of truth. Truth goes through 3 stages, remember, or 3 phases. It is ridiculed, it is violently opposed, and then it is accepted as the reality that it is. Truth never changes. Truth is constant. So people are programmed, ready, willing, and able to accept Satan and his demons without realizing, heck, they're doing that now. I just told you, through music, through Hollywood, through how they dressed, through tattooing their body, men looking like women, woman looking like men. It's all messed up, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. So people are programmed, ready, willing, and able to accept Satan and his demons without realizing what they are asking for. The experiment currently being played on humanity isn't the mark of the beast, as you are being told by a majority of your religious fanatical preachers, to distract and lure you to sleep, for they are part of the evil agenda, you see. Yeah, your religious preachers, your religious leaders, starting with the Roman Catholic Church, they are part of this agenda. Okay? Here we go. And finally, I will leave you with this: brainstorm questionable challenges to see if you can come up with this. If you can come up, if this doesn't make you think, then there's nothing I can do for you. Okay? In terms of psychological operation, which has been played out throughout history in the short American story, America corporation, because America is a corporation. It was never a nation. Wake the hell up, people. America is a business. America is a bitch. That's why everybody wants to come here, okay? And right now we have a pimp in the White House. His name is Sleepy Joe. He got so many names. It's like the demons. Sleepy Joe, Grandpa, Dementia, you name it. I respect the man, but I don't like what he is. So let me leave you with these questions. They are endless, but I'm just going to give you some of them. Do you think that it was a coincidence that George Floyd was killed by a police officer who actually knew him and used to work with him in a nightclub as bodyguards? Think about that. Okay? Do you think that he was by coincidence killed by him when business in Minnesota was starting to get, they were getting back to normal, and some businesses were getting ready to open, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see how they are gradually working the masses? Paid by China and George Soros. Number 2, do you think that it was a coincidence having Black Lives Matter organization? Hey, by the way, by their own admission, they are a Marxist organization, okay? Do you think that it was a coincidence having Black Lives Matter organization ready to march, destroy Black-owned businesses, and kill Black people and white people throughout the United States? Do you think that it was a coincidence? Rioting and breaking into business, setting up fire everywhere, destroying. Okay? Do you think there was a coincidence? Okay. Number 3, do you think that Dante Wright was killed by a senior officer confusing a taser for a gun? See, that would be more of a rookie. It would be more understandable if the person would have been a rookie. And even then, police officers go to heavy duty training. I almost became a cop in New York, which is where I grew up. Okay? So do you think that this lady that was there for years, confused, and even she said it, taser, taser, yeah. And you didn't see that, she didn't feel the difference? And another questionable thing is that it is so obvious, when you get somebody out of a car, you don't leave the door open. You notice what the police officer did? He left the door open. He didn't bring the young man to the back by the trunk. He did it right there, by the door. Just something, I mean, even if it's a rookie move, it was a stupid move. But then again, it was part of the plan. Okay? And it's just things that make you need to be a critical thinker. Do not be a follower. That's why we don't have no leaders. That's why we are being led by people that are actually put in power. And you are so blind that you think that you vote. No, I voted and I put Joe Biden. Good old Joe there. Yeah, he's been around for 47 years, almost 50 years in politics. He hasn't done a damn thing like that. None of them do anyway. But I voted for him and that's why he's there. You actually think that? How absent-minded can you be? Do you think that it was a coincidence that the body camera footage worn by officer in the killing of Andrew Brown in North Carolina hasn't been released yet? Do you think it's a coincidence? Number 5, do you think that it was a coincidence that marijuana was legalized in New York and now in Minnesota and in some other states? Now that we are having this pandemic, ladies and gentlemen, they went deep into, because they care so much about humanity, they went deep into themselves and they legalized drugs. You think it was a coincidence? Don't you know what's happening? Don't you see don't you see the writing on the wall? Number 6, do you think that it was pure coincidence that the government of the United States is declassifying UFO footage? When in reality, like I told you, like I've been explaining to you, they are demons. There's no such thing as aliens or UFO. Oh, unidentified flying saucers. Of course they identify, because you don't know the essence, the spiritual realm. You don't know, which is in this Bible. Go into this Bible. Go into the Bible, okay, and see. You need to understand that, because what we are fighting is a spiritual battle. Our body is not against flesh and bone, flesh and blood, ladies and gentlemen. This is a spiritual war. It has always been since we disobey our Creator. You understand? So of course it's going to be unidentified flying saucers. Give me a freaking break. Of course, because you don't know nothing. You don't know jack. Because you're caught up in this, but it is part of the distraction. It is part of the psychological operation going on in these last days. Number 7, do you think that it is a coincidence that there is a confusion concerning the proper setting for mass use in the United States? No. People in some states, they are confused. Okay? Do you think that it is a coincidence that Lori, the mayor of Chicago, Lori, what's her name? Lightfoot? That thing in Chicago that looks like a man between like a stock between a man and a woman. I mean, who know? It's sad, really. So now you understand that leaders actually put in place. They're not chosen by the people, because if she was, who would elect something like that? I mean, what can that thing do? What has she done for Chicago? Nothing. The killing, the massacre, the slaughter of our people is still going on. And I challenge Black Lives Matter to go to Chicago. They won't, they can't, they are not supposed to. This is not about bringing the black consciousness, the tribe of Judah's consciousness into light. No, it's to keep people in the dark. Okay? This is not to bring about, hey, you people belong to the tribe of Judah, the same tribe of Christ came out of. No, 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 no. Kidding me? In fact, in the did you know that the United States Constitution, there's a statement that still believes that black people and Hispanics and Native Americans are part of human. They don't consider us wholly human, totally human. I'm going to see if I can find that thing in the Constitution so I can share with you. It's sad, ladies and gentlemen, so that you see it for yourself. This is not a joke. And yet, here you are crying out, no justice, no peace. You're never going to get justice or peace through man. Because if that was the case, that would have been the case, then that thing would be completely written off of the out of the Constitution, but it's still there. Think about it. Here we go. No, my friend, it is not a coincidence. There's a logic to their madness. By confusing people, giving them mixed messages, they will eventually going to make the job mandatory. Okay, the job. Okay, mandatory. Just watch. By the way, we need to get to herd immunity. Okay, that is the reality. We need to get to herd immunity. And we need to get our shots, right? We need to get a vaccine, okay? Please, right? All right, check this out. Where does the word herd, H-E-R-D, herd, come out of? What does that remind you of? Are you even thinking? No, you're not. Okay? A herd is a group of animals under human control. So you see what we are? You see what we are? We are a bunch of animals under the powers that be's control. Okay? Think about that for a minute. Now you see what they're pushing? Oh, we need to get you herd immunity. They're telling you your face, you are nothing to them. You are guinea pigs. Now let's go to the Bible. "24 minutes into the video." All right, Revelation chapter 9. Verse 15. "And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men." 16, verse 16. "And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000 and thousands, and I heard the number of them, 17. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouth issue fire, and smoke, and brimstone. Ladies and gentlemen, a third part of humanity will be destroyed, will be killed. Now you may say, oh, God is so bad. He's so unjust. No, the reality is, ladies and gentlemen, is that take a look around. Humanity as a whole has forgotten the true creator. Or do you think that in God we trust, the God that they refer to in the Yadala is the God, is the real God? No, that's Satan. He's the God of this world. That's their God. Okay? And then the last verse. The last verse. Actually, I'm going to read 3 verses. So now we Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So you think this is a fairy tale, huh? You think that this is some crazy, lunatic conspiracy theory. Prove it. Psalm 83. Psalm 83. And this is what the power that be, the people in power have always done. And they have done it. They have done a great job. Almost a perfect job, because our people are walking around lost, drunk, and drugged up out of their freaking mind. And everywhere we are, we create a scene, we create a mess. Okay, here we go. Always killing each other, by the way. Look at this. Psalm 83, verse 4. They have said, come, and let us cut them from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. You see, since we don't know who we are, now you see why we believe in, why we are lost, why we believe in religions, how we've been sucked into religion. Okay, a bunch of suckers for religions. Now you see what we have. How they have psychological worked our people through many movement, like what they call it, the civil rights movement back in the 60s. And they brought up a man, his name is Martin Luther King, and after he was getting out of line or getting more powerful, they got him out the way. They used it. That's their very essence. They use you and then they kill you. Okay, so from the Black Lives, from the Civil Rights Movement to the Black Panther Party, which the CIA created, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, and now the Black Lives Matter, with the CIA created, helped with by George Soros in China. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not. So our people will be entrapped and even more lost. I mean, look what the founders of Black Lives Matter believe. They believe in Marxists. Do they even know what they're talking about? Huh? Do they know that the people that created communism, socialism, Nazism, and Marxism, they're all the same. The same player created you to make you believe that you will believe in something else. But it's all the same. Capitalism, communism, socialism, Marxism, Nazism, I mean, you name it, all the ism that there are. Satanism, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, please, stop it. And follow God's rule. No wonder our youth is completely lost. I work for the government, and I know for a fact this is what happened. Kids are having kids all over the freaking place. And who are they? Black and Hispanics and Native Americans. You think that's a coincidence as well? Okay. Keep calling me crazy then. Keep calling me crazy. By the way, do not forget the links. You all have a blessed day. You take care. And like I said, I do this out of love for you people. To wake you up. To bring you out of your religious beliefs. Out of your brainwashing. Because that's all it is. You all take care. God bless.